He's like, I love this guy. He's great.
I love Mike.
I love Mike. Dr. Mike is amazing. I want to have Dr. Mike's baby. He has a perfect body, perfect face. Like, look at this. Look at this guy.
Hey, listen, stop drooling, dude. Stop it. Stop it. All right.
Yeah. Well,
next friend.
Oh, we're doing a podcast? My bad.
Next friend.
My bad. I'd be out there just swimming in the water, just catching anything that's moving and just eating it
You'd
raw.
be like, oh, your mouth. Oh, that was a
Mixed Teens presents the Popcast.
Hey, my name is Brian, that is Shane, and this is the Popcast, and we are talking about Survivor. Season 35, episode, I don't know, 6, 7, 10, 12. People are going home. It's crazy.
Yep.
Let's
I don't
talk
think they
about
should
it.
be able to call it season 35. It still drives me crazy they call it that. Every year should be a season. Come on.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
We should be at Survivor 16, season 16 or whatever, 17.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Let's
So we're both safe.
My hair is all messed up right now.
We're both safe.
Yeah, we're both safe for the bet.
Okay, the bet is still going. Although my guy is having like a little rocky start, and good old Mike, your guy there, is like, gee, golly old Beeve,
Hey,
Mr.
Doc.
Wholesome.
Mhm.
Everybody loves him. Even Ben's like, I'm so happy that Mike's on my team. I'm like, oh man, Brian has got the setup here.
And so where you're almost like, I want to ask Ben, why are you happy this guy that literally sits out every challenge is on your team? I don't understand.
You know why? Because you know how you got just those people that are not a threat to you, and they're likable, and you're like, I like that person, right? That's what Mike is. He's not a threat. Even Ben said, guy's totally out of his element, and he's doing a great job here. I'm like, wow. I mean, Mike is really doing what he's supposed to be doing. Even Ryan said, I see myself as a, what did he say? He said, as a weasel.
Yeah,
He goes,
I'm
I
a
don't see
weasel.
why everybody else doesn't see it. And he looks like a weasel.
Well, you know what the crazy part is? He's the one that also said, look, 90% of Survivor is a social game,
That's right. That's true.
And no, you picked the right guy. Every episode I'm like, oh, there's no way Mike beats Ryan. I mean, Ryan's not going to actively get rid of him because he doesn't see him as a threat, but Mike's going to fail. Eventually, Mike's going to fail a challenge so hard where he's going to be up for immunity no matter what.
Yeah, Ryan he's doing everything he can to hurt himself, though. Every decision he's making is just the wrong choice. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out, but he's just making enemies. Even when he's sitting there at the end, he's going to have Allie judging him. She hates him. So at the end of Survivor, if he is sitting up there and trying to win $1 million, he's not getting Allie's vote. That's for darn sure. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he was smart to get rid of Allie, though, right?
No, he should have kept Allie. Allie trusted him a second time. She trusted him the first time when he backstabbed her and got rid of Rourke. And then he talked her into trusting him a second time and voting for JP. So he screwed her twice. And if anything, now Ryan has come across as a completely untrustworthy guy and a total game player. And if you don't think that's going to follow him when the tribes come together next week as one, I don't know why they didn't get rid of JP. The tribes are coming together next week.
I don't think JP's a threat to them. I think he's a
JP is a huge threat.
Let me explain what I think. I think he's a physical threat.
Yeah.
But I think I think Ryan knows he's easily manipulatable. Okay.
Right, but when he's sitting there with the immunity necklace every week because he's winning all the challenges, you can't send him home.
Well, look at this. I'm gonna cut to the very last frame real quick.
All right, let's see it.
Look at this very last frame. I know I'm jumping way ahead here. We're going to go in the recap. But I want you to see Ryan is in charge.
Sort of. JP is not a dummy. He said it at the end. He goes, I know that I'm strong, and so they'd want to get rid of me. He's not dumb. He may be quiet, and he may not be playing the game, but he's not a dummy.
Bro, look at this body language, dude. Ryan
Yeah, I see it.
has his hand on JP's shoulder.
That's a great line.
JP is dropping his shoulder down and turning his face to Ryan. JP likes Ryan. He trusts Ryan.
It seems like it. And Ryan is able to get people to trust him. He got Allie to trust him twice. So, I mean, listen, nothing against Ryan. He's a great game player. I just feel like if he kept Allie and Chrissy in the game, he would have two strong allies going into next week when they go into the merge.
And look at Chrissy. Okay. Even Chrissy is looking up to Ryan. I mean, this is...
No, Chrissy likes Ryan. But Chrissy's a game player, dude. Don't let... Chrissy's going to be there for a while.
The reason why Ryan got rid of Allie is because he knew that it would be harder to manipulate her going forward because she wouldn't trust him. This was his chance, because she knew she was going to be out anyways, to get her to trust him enough just to get her out, because the other ones are putty in his hand. Why am I advocating for your guy right now? Look,
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, when Ben comes back next week, that's another ally that's going to be right there for JP. So just heads up.
And Ryan will have Ben.
And Ashley will be back.
Right. Even Ben is he's being manipulated right now by Mike, and Mike's not even trying to.
Yeah.
Mike's just like he's being Mike, and the guy
Mike's just being Mike. Mike's going to be around he will be there for a long time. Don't worry. He ain't going nowhere. He's not a threat.
I decided I'm going to pick the other person on the team that I think is a cockroach when we did this last bet. That's why I picked Mike.
Mike's not going nowhere, man. Mike's going to be there probably I say he'll be there probably in the top 5. Yeah. And I watch Lauren, bro. Just watch Lauren.
Oh, I don't like Lauren at all.
These big guys are going to start going out one at a time.
Okay.
All except Joe.
Don't forget our 1,600 sub challenge. We are getting close. We're coming up on 1,200. Only a few hundred more to go. Get in there. Get your subscribe on, your comment on, and be part of that giveaway. If you don't know what it is, check out the last one in our channel. It's called the 800 sub challenge. And we gave away 3 movie tickets and dinner for 3 and candy and everything for Star Wars opening night in December. So this 1,600 sub challenge, our outstanding, outlandish, out of this world giveaway is going to be even better. So get in there, subscribe, and comment. And enough pandering for subscribers. Let's get right into it.
All right.
Okay, it opens up with this night vision thing, which I thought was, whenever they do the night vision thing, like I know they're like trying to stir up drama, right? I like that.
Right, yeah.
And Chrissy is like, well, Rourke had to go, and I just played the game better, okay? And Ryan trusts, and blah blah. She's a snake. And now we got Ryan and Allie arguing because he backstabbed Allie in the previous tribe and sent home Rourke.
Yep, he did. And he's justifying himself, and he's saying, you guys were aligned, and blah, blah, blah. I'm surprised he was able to get her to trust him again after this exchange.
I gotta say, she was getting super emotional, and he held his, he really held the line, and he was like, I'm not mad. Why are you getting mad? I'm not mad at all. And it was funny. It was like, one of those things when you're talking to somebody and like you're getting upset, but they're not biting, and you're like, dude, listen to me. And they're like, I'm not going to be emotional. And so he wouldn't be emotional, and she was getting, so it made her emotional outburst even worse,
Right.
Which, by the way, she hurt herself here. The entire tribe that's going to vote her out in a few minutes sees that she's unstable, right?
Yes.
And they probably don't like that. And Ryan is their buddy who's calm and rational and blah, blah, right? All right. Allie was not happy, though. And remember, she is a celebrity assistant to a YouTuber, so.
Celebrity assistant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. I'm telling you, we got to work on getting our own assistants here.
I love this. I took an image of this because the subtitle said, being pushed down to the bottom, it's a wake-up cock.
What?
It's supposed to be, it's a wake-up call, but whoever did the closed captioning made a mistake.
Must have been the way she said it.
I just thought that was funny. Like caulking, like on a door frame,
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Okay, how am I getting mad, Allie? I'm not getting mad. He's very, calm and rational. I was almost getting mad for like, come on, any kind of response here, Ryan. He wasn't gonna bite, man. He was gonna stay Ryan. He had to stay Ryan. He's got to stay that like little positive weasel guy that makes everybody laugh. He's got to be that guy if he wants to win. All right, and we start getting. What's that?
That was a nice shot.
Oh yeah, look at this, huh? That's beautiful.
Nice.
All right.
Nice fisheye.
Now we get to Mike. Hey,
there's your guy.
This is my guy. He's a urologist, a penis doctor.
Basically,
yeah. And he's fishing, man, and he's proud of himself because he caught a fish.
Did you see it? Well, that was so jacked up what she says right here. She's like, do you feel like a man?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Jessica,
wait a sec. What was he before?
Bleeping bleep. What's wrong with you?
Oh, man, that was so... I mean, I know she's hanging out with Mr. Tarzan Cole, but that was messed up, man. If I was Mike, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I guess I wasn't a man a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, dude. That was like, not cool of her. I mean, he's all proud of himself. He's like, you feel good about yourself? You feel like a man? Huh? Yeah, you do. You feel like a man?
You do good, Jessica.
You're not a little man. Because you're a little boy. You're a little boy, you little bleep bleep.
What?
Anyways, he's cooking his fish. He drops it. Everybody's looking at him. It's gone, Doc. He's gone. And he gets it out. And this is when Ben starts pouring praise into Mike. He's like, I love this guy. He's great. I love Mike. Dr. Mike is amazing. I want to have Dr. Mike's babies.
It's like his little mascot.
Yeah. I noticed something. If you look here, they covered up one of his tattoos with gaffer's tape.
Oh, you're right. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Something that couldn't be on TV, I guess, huh?
So listen, gaffer's tape, if you don't know, is a fabric tape. It comes in a variety of colors. The most common color is black. The second most common color is white. And then there's a bunch of skin tone colors. Like this skin tone, which is like a sunburnt skin tone. The reason they use red. Yeah, the reason they have different shades basically of skin tones. The reason they use this, guys, is to usually cover up something that they don't want seen. Like maybe it's like not a sponsor or maybe it's obscene, that kind of thing. So they used gaffer's tape, skin-colored gaffer's tape, in some fashion to cover up something that they don't want the audience to see. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. He's got some dates on there. It looks like on his shoulder. It looks like 1975 to 2000. It looks like somebody passed away probably that he cares about. So
maybe it was their face or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. I just thought that was a little interesting. Side note. All right, so now here's this little sissy complaining about being hungry. I'm hungry. I love what Ben says later on. Maybe he was coming on Survival. Maybe if he knew he was coming on Survivor, he should have packed on a couple pounds instead of worrying so much about his damn six pack.
Well, his body fat percentage is so low. I mean, if he doesn't eat, this is the body's got to burn something when you're low on when it needs those calories. So yeah, it's just no wonder he's struggling. I've seen throughout the years people who have a lot of muscle mass and very little body fat do not do well on Survivor.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is when he gets in a little argument with Lauren. Lauren's like, "Look, man, we got a ration. We can't just eat because you're hungry. We all got to eat, whatever." And she's being rational, and he's like, "Lauren, Lauren. Shut up! Don't cut me off. I'm trying to talk more, okay? All right? I need food because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Cole's
and she's like, okay, all right, say whatever you want to say.
Whatever you
want.
want.
Go ahead,
Cole.
Little guy. I think she even called him little guy or something like that.
All right, little guy, but you're not getting my rice. Yeah.
Eat your rice if you want to eat your rice portion.
Yeah, she kept it pretty calm, and he was freaking out. Rice doesn't have a whole lot of it's like mostly starch, right? Like, where are you getting the calories you need to burn out of rice?
No, there's a lot of calories in rice, man.
Oh, is there?
So, yeah, rice is rice, potatoes, any starchy foods. Yeah, there's a lot of calories in there. So
yeah, this is why I need to stop eating potatoes.
Yes, sir.
Me too. I don't understand though. I feel like if I was Cole, and I was constantly hungry, I would be constantly fishing. What's the deal?
Yeah, so he was already said that he basically is catching bigger fish and eating them by himself. That's what Ben was saying, eating them himself. Why isn't he just out there fishing, catching more food? Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Yeah, if when I'm hungry, I go find food, whatever it takes. Like, it's a pretty big motivator to. Obviously, I'm fat, so. I'd be out there just swimming in the water, just catching anything that's moving and just eating it raw.
You'd be like, oh, open your mouth. Oh, that was a thing.
I need substance. I'm starving.
This girl, Jessica, man, she is in big trouble, man.
Yeah.
She likes Cole way too much, and it's going to totally take her out of her game. She's going down with him. Whenever he goes down, she's going down too.
Yep. Yeah, and she even when he the point when he's coming up when he passes out and she gives him her food. So not good.
Yeah, not good.
And then Cole's like, "Look, man, I just need to eat. I need to eat a little more than everybody else because I'm hungry all the time." Cole, you're an idiot. Shut up. All right, moving on. Why are you out there hanging out on the beach, bro? When you should be in that water catching fish, you retard.
Go find something to eat, man.
Yeah, get some food.
Instead of showing off your Greek god body.
Yeah, I mean, he is like literally a Greek god, though. I mean, he has a perfect body, perfect face. Like, jeez, look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this guy.
Hey, listen, stop drooling, dude. Stop it. Stop it. All right.
Yeah.
Next friend.
Oh, we're doing a podcast? My bad.
Next friend.
My bad. Cole was on screen, guys. I'm sorry about that.
So creepy.
All right.
Look, that don't even look like Mike, dude. That looks like some other guy. I like some guy who just walked in and said, "Hey guys." Look at.
Yeah, he's getting skinny too. Well, Ben's like, they're having a conversation. Like, look, man, Cole's a liability, Mike. He's gotta go. He's gotta go, Dr. Mike. And Dr. Mike's like, yeah, I think you're right, Ben. We have a problem with this guy, And they're right, obviously, but Cole ain't going nowhere. Dude keeps getting immunity, man.
Let me tell you, they are going to be the power play going back. If they can stick together, which I don't know if that's going to happen next week, the original healers, I believe they have more players than anybody else. So if they can come back together, they can start slowly voting out everybody else.
Well, I think that the power couple, no pun intended, no jokes here, are these two right here.
Right.
Because Ben is insanely loyal, okay? Guy's an ex-Marine. The guy's ridiculously loyal, and he has latched on to Dr. Mike. And Dr. Mike is proving that he can hold his own, at least during camp. He always gets removed from the challenges for some reason, but he's gonna do okay, and he has this big dude that's gonna take care of him in the challenges. He basically has his own little gladiator. These two,
they
are gonna
could,
be
but I got to be honest with you. I mean, unless the other two groups come together, right now you're looking at the original healers. They still have 5 people left. I believe they still have 5 people left on the show. So they're the biggest group of the heroes or the hustlers or the healers. The hustlers, heroes, and healers. The healers are still the biggest group coming back together as a big tribe. So if they do want to be bullies, they can do it. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that. Or what the other two tribes could do, this would be great, is the hustlers and the heroes could just come together and be like, let's vote out all the healers.
So I agree with you, except for, Joe is a healer, but nobody really likes him. I don't think anybody's going to align themselves with Joe.
Listen, when you're afraid of being voted out yourself, it's amazing what you will agree to keep yourself safe. And I've seen stranger alliances. You'll see next week. Next week's going to be an interesting breakdown of how people really feel about each other.
It's going to be crazy. All right. Here is the challenge. The first challenge.
Yeah, this is for reward, which was pretty cool reward.
Oh my God. Okay, first place reward was like a dozen pizzas.
10 of them.
10 pizzas, thank you. And soda. And the second place reward was a medium pizza. Like, what the hell, guys? What is that?
Just enough for everybody to salivate over.
I gotta be honest, dude. Like, if I was in this challenge, unless I was super close to finishing, once the first one finished, I'm like, all right, let's just go home, guys. What's the point? All right, interesting challenge. Let's just go back here real quick. All right, so you start. You see where the platform is, bottom left. You start there. You balance this thing on a balancing board, this ball, into a container of sorts. And
then, two people have to hold basically poles and hold this ball together and go over this balance board, which it's a lot tougher than it looks.
Right, and when you get there, you drop it, you drop the boat, and all your team has to go through the same thing without the ball, get to the boat, pull themselves to this top part here, the bottom left again, and then use a slingshot to knock down 2 markers.
Yes, perfect.
This is a challenge I actually want to try. It looks great.
I know, right? I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting one. And the outcome is very odd. I find it. JP wins the thing, but we'll get there. All right. So if you look bottom left, these two, Ashley and Desi, right?
Yep.
They had the most amount of problems.
Yes.
They dropped that ball so many times, like over and over and over again, dropped it, while these guys made it in like one shot, no problem.
Yeah, they killed it. No, wait. No, I think they dropped it once.
No, they dropped it once. I'm sorry. These ones made it in one shot.
These guys, the yellow team made it through quick.
They just kept dropping it over and over again. So they were really far behind. But, and the yellow was really ahead. And partly because obviously they got it to the ball in time, but also JP's a monster. He is, man. He was pulling that entire boat on his own. Like Ryan's barely even helping. This guy is like he's pulling a boat with four people on his own basically. Christy wasn't even helping.
I was like, Cole and Ben have got to overtake them as they're pulling the boat, but no, JP was firemanning that. He's a fireman, so he's used to pull it on on water lines.
And so look at this guy. He wasn't even pulling it straight, so the rest of his team couldn't even barely help him. Let's be real.
Yeah,
he was pulling it on his own. Like that was his raw strength pulling that boat forward, dude.
It's awesome. That's why they needed to vote him out.
All right, so Blue finally get the ball in there, and they didn't even get it in. Like they dropped it near it and picked it up and threw it in. I think the host was like, "That's fine. It's fine. You guys suck."
Go ahead.
They get across, and Red's already shooting for the markers. JP lines up again. JP, rocking it out. He's a monster.
Yes, sir.
He gets that first marker. So he's the first. Yellow team, JP is the first person to get a marker down. And he's going for that second marker, but the swells are coming in. And JP plays this thing right, man.
He was patient. He waited.
He stands back, he holds the thing, and he waits for the swells to die. So red team and blue team are constantly trying over and over again. But the thing, when you try, you got to pull that sucker back in, right?
Right.
JP was just sitting on it the whole time, being patient. And it's almost like a sniper rifle. We were like waiting for the wind, and you do those breathing techniques where you, and then on that outward breath, it's when you shake the least, you're the most calm, and you release the trigger. He was waiting for it, and the second that water went quiet, he launched it and won it for his team. That was really impressive.
And the president of Guatemala was assassinated.
Right, and he assassinated the president of Guatemala. I don't know why it was president of Guatemala specifically. North Korea. That's that.
I just made it up.
All right, so yellow team wins the reward and the pizza. All 10 pizzas for the smallest tribe.
You know what? I wish they would have shown. Oh, they should have showed him eating it a little bit. I wonder. I mean,
they do. He's drinking soda right here, and they're eating pizza. They showed a little bit of them eating pizza.
Yeah.
And this weasel. Like, I'm a weasel. I don't know why anybody trusts me. I'm a weasel. All right. And
he looks like one.
Yeah, he is. Then we jump over to Ashley. Ashley's striking a Godiva pose of some sort here. There's no way that this pose was not planned. The producers are like, well, we need to do a shot where we're talking to you. Let's get you set up. And they promptly posed her, put her leg, set the scene so that they get the perfect shot.
No, she does. The way her hand is laying on her hip like that, it screams somebody stuck it there and said, don't move it.
Yeah, that's not nobody normally lays that way, guys, okay?
No.
Nobody's laying that way on purpose. No, that was planned. That's fine, whatever. Good TV.
That's the way the show is.
Yeah. Okay. So we get to the blue team. Right, blue team? Yeah. And this is when Devin is being real clear about his distrust for Joe. Joe is actively looking for yet another idol. What the hell?
Which makes me wonder. It's like Joe keeps getting idols. He's looking. Why the heck is nobody else looking? I mean, maybe they are and we just don't see it, but it sure seems like nobody else is looking. And I'm telling you, if I'm playing this game, I am going to get water at the well as much as possible because apparently all the idols are at the darn well.
I would just be at the well digging all day long.
Yeah, I'll get water, guys. Again.
I would just be constantly digging at the well. Hey, where's Brian? I don't know. Back at the well digging. Everybody go, guys. We're doing a challenge, no? Okay, I'm digging. I would make it such a thing like I would have 3 idols. I would use 1. I would just have idols just sitting on me. Idols in all my bags. All right.
I'd be out looking for idols. They always say, if you're looking for idols, we can't trust you. And I'm like, wait a second. That's not how I would work it. I would be looking for idols, and I'd be like, listen, if you want to put me up on the block, you can roll the dice. I may or may not have one.
Well, you see,
so
I got to tell you, it's a social game, right? What I would do is I would be honest about looking for idols, and then when I found that first one, I would let everybody know I had it.
You would?
Yeah, I'm like, guys, I found an idol, woo! And I'd be super positive about it, and I'd play the social game, and it'd be cool. But the second idol I found, I wouldn't show my cards. It's the key.
Okay.
It's like poker, bro. All right.
Okay.
When I play poker, I always come out the gate real strong, real positive, real boisterous. No subterfuge. Once I get one good pot and I show my cards, everybody thinks I'm the rookie, right? This guy doesn't know how to play poker. He showed his cards. He had a good hand. That's the only reason why he won. Now, remember this. Every time after that one reveal where I show my great hand, I'm super happy with myself and proud. I'm a scrub. I don't know how to play poker. Now, going forward, when I'm holding cards and I have a 2 and a 4, and there's 2 kings on the river, I can bluff as much as I want because the first time I was happy, I actually had something. Now, I'm the guy that only bets when I have something. So if I have a 2 and a 4, they don't know I have a 2 and a 4. They just assume I have something because I'm the poker player that doesn't know how to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I usually just go like, hey guys, is 2 aces any good? Help me out here.
Yeah. I mean, you and I played poker once in Vegas. It was so horrible. I remember this like it was yesterday, Shane. Everybody, we were in a poker tournament, Shane and I. Shane, we ended up at the same table. We got through all the tables. We were killing it. And we got to the final table, and it's me, Shane, and like 2 other people, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
And somehow it comes down to me and Shane and some other lady. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bet on this, and I call and I raise, And Shane's like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I'm like, "I'm positive I want to do this, Shane. I'm positive." Now, Shane thought I was making a mistake because Shane had a queen, but I had a king. We can't tell each other that. I was trying to, with all my eyes to make him understand that I had something good, and he was trying to tell me he had something good, and I ended up knocking out my own brother. And
Yes,
actually,
you did.
it made it so I couldn't win the tournament. Instead of winning the tournament, I think it was second or third place, because when I knocked him out, it was me versus the other two people who were a couple.
Yeah, and dude, you know what's funny? And I remember this now because I was trying to text you and say they're looking at your cards. The one lady was actually looking at.
That's right. I got second place.
Cards. She was leaning. I was like, wow, she's looking at your hold cards.
And her husband purposely crapped out and handed his entire pot over to her.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
So I couldn't bully her into a win. I remember that. If I would have left, if you and I would have communicated better, then it would have been
That's
you
what
and
we've been
I
saying for our whole lives.
versus one of those people, But that's what.
Yeah. So we shouldn't go on Survivor together. That's what you're telling me.
No, we don't. I mean, if we did, no, we Survivor would be a little different. Okay, it'd be like, I'm looking for the idol, and you'd be like, that bastard's looking for the idol. I know he has it, and I don't even have it. We can totally bluff everybody. You can get everybody like, we can't vote for him. Dude has the idol. We gotta vote for somebody else. You know what I mean?
I'd be like, yeah, we're not related. No, not at all.
We're 275 pounds, but it doesn't mean we're related.
Yeah, not related. Yeah. Not related at all.
All right, onward with Survivor. Desi and Ashley are having a conversation about Joe. Ashley is trying to explain to Desi that Joe is not trustworthy, and Desi agrees with her.
Yeah, Joe's the luckiest dude in this game so far.
Because everybody hates him, but he keeps getting idols.
Yep.
Now he finds the clue. And I don't know how everybody doesn't see this damn clue.
Just walked around the tree. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, look, that's a clue, everybody! Woohoo!
So funny.
Once again, it's in the well, 4 feet down.
They're all like that, right? They're all near the well.
I guess
you always find it when they're going to the water.
It's like a landmark, right?
Must be.
All right. Why is it blue? Is that specifically for the blue team?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Must be.
But makes sense.
All right. So he gets it. He's like, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm going to get another idol. What's up, everybody? I'm Joe. I'm the best. And he waits till everybody falls asleep. This time he's not going to let anybody in on the secret. And he gets to the well and he finds the idol. And I like this. Yeah. He literally says, "I'm going to keep it a secret." Yeah.
Yes, my precious.
My precious.
Yes.
My precious. Yeah, I assumed you were going to keep it a secret when you got up at 2 in the morning when everybody was sleeping, bro. So, cool.
Absolutely.
All right, now we go back to the yellow team. And this idiot gets up and then crashes down on his face because he's so hungry because he has no body fat. Boom! Checkmate, all you skinny guys out there. When the apocalypse comes, I'm living at least 4 months longer than you are. That's for sure.
When all the food runs out, we'll still be around.
Unless you guys just decide to eat me, then
that's possible.
I'm probably a lot of substance for you. All right, he's like, what happened, man? I was.
Well, truly a scary moment here, and sadly, it basically put him in even a weaker position with his tribe. So this has happened many times in Survivor, sadly.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it showed. It definitely showed that Jessica is super, ingrained with this guy. She can't do Survivor without him. That's a problem.
Yeah, she's a lost cause at this point.
Yeah. Lauren says he needs to eat, and she goes and gives up her portion of food. I mean, she's pretty skinny too, for a Cole. And he's like, "Oh man, it was crazy, bro. I was standing up
nice
over
shot,
there,
dude.
And then I was on the ground looking up at you guys. I'm good. I'm okay though. I'm okay. I'm just gonna eat this rice." Cole's an idiot. You know, I didn't. When Shane first said that a couple episodes ago, I was like, I think Shane, you're being a little hard, Shane. Like, no, Cole's an idiot.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, it came out early.
God won't let you be born with looks like that and brains. It's just
There's
not
only
allowed.
one Brad Pitt, folks.
Yeah.
One Brad Pitt.
There's only a few people that get the full house of life, and this guy is not one of them. At best, he has a flush or a straight. All right.
The cards.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm like really thinking about poker.
Yeah, Mike, right, we need to go play poker. I can feel it.
Yeah. What up, Mike? All right, Mike's back, and he's talking about how Cole just ate it, and now there's a weight problem. Like, you know, he was up here, and now he's down here, and we can't pull him along. And Dr. Mike is very much under the impression that when they get to the chopping block, Cole's got to go.
Yep.
Interesting premise here, Mr. Shane, because Jessica is never going to vote Cole off.
That's true.
Cole's not going to vote himself off, which means that at best, it's a split vote.
Well, no, because it wouldn't matter because you've got Mike and you've also got Ben and you've got Lauren. So they could easily either vote Cole or Jessica off if they were going to tribal council.
Oh, that's true. You're right. My bad. I forgot. I thought there were only 4. That's what yours right.
But now all bets are off because next week it's one tribe.
All right, more of these guys wasting time with perfect washboard.
They spend a lot of time laying on the beach, man.
Those packs of his. I'm kidding. Hey, my question is, why is he on the beach and not fishing?
I'm uncomfortable just being here.
Why is he not fishing, Shane? He's hungry.
Maybe he can't put the energy out to go to fish to get the food. He's got himself in a catch-22, man.
He has clearly not been in the water for a long time. Look how dirty them damn feet are.
He needs somebody else to fish for him.
It's so dumb. All right.
Where's Mike at? Get this fish out, Mike.
This one, Ben's like, look, man, Cole was a liability, and he's got to go. I'm done with Cole. That boy's out of here. So, yeah, he's done with Cole, but it doesn't matter. They're going to merge.
Except Cole never goes to tribal council, folks. So,
well, yeah. All righty. We get to the immunity challenge.
This was a jacked up challenge right here. I would not have liked to participate in this one.
Dude, the way the healers, not healers, but the yellow team or whatever, the way they pulled it off at the end was brilliant.
They didn't pull it off at the end.
No, yeah, they did. No, I'm sorry, not them. I'm sorry, blue. The way blue.
Yeah.
The way
the
blue...
red team actually is the one who won it.
No, the team with Jessica.
Yep, they're red.
Oh, that's my bad. I meant red. That's what I meant.
Red or yellow, any color.
I mean, they should all be wearing the stupid same colors. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's confusing.
All right. The way red team pulled it off at the end was ingenious, and that was all Jessica's idea. You got to give her props for that. You know, she's beautiful.
Was it her idea?
Oh yeah, she's beautiful, but she ain't dumb, man. She figured it out.
Okay.
And they came back from a huge deficit to win this thing once they figured it out. All right, let's talk about it real quick. It's real simple. You have your 4 members, and it's being anchored here at the bottom to something off screen. The 4 members are holding this platform. Each member has to walk toward the middle with a block, place it on the platform, and from the bottom up, spell immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't apply tension, then the platform will falter and the blocks will fall down Jenga style. This was the trick. When they started off at first, the person coming in was trying to hold it tight while placing the block.
Right.
Okay. Everybody was basically doing the same trick. They would try to hold it tight while placing the block. Problem is, they're holding it tight, and the closer they get, the more they're pulling their side up, which causes the immunity blocks to tumble.
And makes it harder for them to balance.
Right. Even if they get the thing on there, getting back is even harder because walking backwards on a balance beam is harder than walking forwards.
Correct.
Now, Every time a team got close to the end, you see how it would tip right there? The person putting that last block on would tip it away from them. It was a constant thing. It kept happening over and over and over again. The closer they got to the end, the person at the end would tip the block. Now, this is the important part. Okay? Red team had one block left. Cole walks up to put it on there and tips it over.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, he gets the block on there, but on his way back, he applies tension, thinking he needed to, and tips it over. There it is. See that? You see how he's applying pressure, like the retard he is, and it tips over. Okay. That's when Jessica realizes you don't need to apply pressure if the rest of your team is holding it tight as they can. You can just walk up and place the block.
Well, what I did hear her say is, we have the tension. So I remember that.
Right, and she was also the last person to place the block.
Right.
Right. So every time someone got close, you see how it would tip away from them? Every single time. And JP is even holding it down low, trying to keep the tension balanced, but you can't hold it low enough and walk backwards. Right? So that's when Jessica walks forward. They're applying the tension from an angle. You see how the angle is coming off to the right?
Yeah, you see how her rope is completely slack.
Completely slack because Cole is holding it off to a right angle, and Mike is holding it off to a left angle, which gives it the tension they need. She walks up, places the eye on there, doesn't even hold the rope, and then backs up slowly, and they win the immunity challenge. So I gotta give it to Jessica. Even if she's stupidly tied to Cole, she's not dumb. That's for sure.
I'm not 100% sure it was Jessica's idea, because I don't think that they clearly said that, but I'm okay with giving Jessica the...
I'm just saying, bro, she seemed to be the one championing it.
I mean, she is the one who said we got the tension, but I don't know. I mean, she's the one who successfully went up and put the eye and got back. So you got to give her that credit.
All right, so she gets immunity, and the little immunity goes to Blue. So red gets the big immunity, and Blue gets the little immunity. And
Yellow goes back to Tribal Council.
And Yellow is on the chopping block. All right, Allie is not looking happy. She realizes that she's on the outs with Ryan. Ryan is hooked up with Chrissy, and she knows that Ryan has his hooks in JP. So this is when Ryan gets a little bit busy. I mean, he could just let it stand the way it is, but I think he wanted to give Allie a false sense of security for some reason.
Which wasn't even necessary. It's almost like kicking the dog when it's down.
Yeah.
I mean, and not to say that she's a dog, but, she was already on her way out. But I'll tell you what, whoever you think is going to go out when you go to Tribal Council is usually never that person. So when they were all set on, JP's going, I'm like, JP's not going. In fact, I kind of thought it was going to be my guy, Ryan, going out for stirring the pot. Maybe they figured out he was playing, he was messing with him. They were going to get him out, but it didn't happen that way.
I think Chrissy would never vote for Ryan, and JP likes Ryan, so.
Sure seems that way.
Yeah, so he manipulates his little fingers. He gets Allie to think that they're going to vote for JP. And this is when he's like, I'm actually a huge weasel. I'm not sure anybody trusts me.
Yeah, that's funny.
I like that. I wish I would have
gotten
gotten
that. Look at him. Yeah, he looks like a weasel. 100%.
I'm a little ferret.
A ferret. That's what he looks like, a ferret.
Yeah.
There you go.
So they go to Tribal Council. Allie's actually sort of confident right here. She thinks that they're voting for JP because JP is they're going to merge soon, and JP is the stronger contender in a merge. And technically speaking, they'd be right, except for Ryan knows he cannot trust Allie going forward because she won't ever trust him the way he needs her to. So he makes the mastermind play, whether it was a good idea or a bad idea, to backstab her
Again.
and take her out.
He must have. Let me tell you what happened here. You want to hear the reality? What really happened?
Talk to me, Goose.
I think he really wanted to send JP home. I think everything we saw where he went to her and said, "Hey, we're going to send JP home," and that whole conversation happened. And then right after that, when the cameras went off, there was a whole bunch of stuff happened that the producers did not want us to see. That basically went something like, "Well, he's with Chrissy. He's like, well, maybe we should keep JP in case we don't merge next week. We're going to need to win the challenge to keep from being on the block." So I bet that's what happened. And so he probably had because otherwise there's no reason to do this to her again.
Yeah.
Unless something changed. I mean, it hurts his game because in the finals, he needs people to vote for him in order to win. Because the people voted out is who decides who gets $1 million.
But eventually everybody's going to be voted out. So, like, Allie is one person.
Right, but then there's two people left.
Well, let's say real quick, bro. Let's say it's Joe and Ryan, right? How many people are going to vote for Joe over Ryan?
Well, see, that's what's interesting. When you get to the end of the game, all of a sudden, all that backstabbing and all that play, people start to respect it a little bit because it kept them in the game. Now they call them game players. So I've seen people like that. Richard from the original season. I mean, he won. He was killing everybody. So people kind of respect that, and those people tend to end up winning. That's why the good guys usually finish last in these.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so what we get here is you're right, and Allie goes home.
I hope you see.
I love
there you
this
go.
shot.
You're kidding me. Twice.
Yeah, this was great. I had to get the shot, bro, because when she puts her hands on, she's like, "You're kidding me."
I know. I heard her say it.
That's the age-old adage. Fool me once, shame on you, Ryan. Fool me twice, shame on me. I deserve to go home.
That's right.
And she got fooled twice. But
in all fairness, it's the only play she had. I mean, because otherwise she was going home. So she had to almost get back in bed with him on a chance to get rid of. I mean, it's the only play she had. So I mean, she was screwed no matter what.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right. This is the only play she had, and I think that you're right. The producers didn't show us something. Maybe they had another argument or something, or I don't know. But she could have played it a little better. She could have aligned herself with JP.
That's where she needed to go, but it still would have been tough. Then it would have been a split vote. And JP, that fear thing, that fear of getting voted out, makes you align with people sometimes. This game is something else.
Right. If she would have went to JP, like, look, JP, here's the deal. Ryan and Chrissy just told me they want to vote you out.
Yes.
Because we're merging next week, and you're going to be a competitor they got to deal with, and they're afraid of you because you're a physical competitor. I don't feel like I can trust Ryan. I feel like we need to band together and save one of our skins and vote for Ryan or Chrissy or whatever, right?
Right.
And actually, it would have been smart to say vote for Chrissy, because if it came to a split vote, I think that Ryan would have saved his own skin and voted off Chrissy.
Well, and here's the thing is, if they both vote for Chrissy's the only one in the tribe who has votes in tribal council already. So a tie would have meant Chrissy would have gone home.
Right. She should have done that. She should have banded with her and gone after Christy.
If they could have split the votes, but she's thinking she's safe. Get rid of JP. It makes sense. All right, she got blindsided.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020. We're talking about this after we've already happened. If we were in that situation, we might not have seen it.
It's true.
But I certainly would not have trusted Ryan a second time. Nope. And the tribe has spoken. Your torch has gone out, Allie. Go home. You suck.
The last thing she says is, "Good luck beating him in the merge."
Right, and that was a great line to go out on. Good luck beating him in the merge. And but you know what's crazy? Ryan heard those words and promptly reaffirmed JP, it's good.
Yeah.
Man. I got your back. Look at this body language. I mean, I had to take a screenshot of this. It happened so quickly. That's why it's blurry. He quickly reaches over, pats him on the shoulder, and pulls back really quickly. He's trying not to like show his hands too much.
Yeah.
I had to like take the screenshot within seconds of him bringing his arm back. Dude, he is already trying to make JP a permanent ally, man. And there was a point
he's trying.
in the show where he's like, I don't really know how to connect with JP. The guy only wants to talk about trucks and girls, and those aren't things I know about or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's actively trying to find chinks in JP's armor to get in there and become that parasite that he needs to be.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, my favorite part of these shows, my absolute favorite, is what's about to happen next week when they all come together, because the gameplay elevations just go whoosh, and all of a sudden, a lot of times you can have like 3 different factions, you know, and then which ends up before they go into tribal council into 2 different factions. But it gets next week's gameplay is going to be fantastic to watch, and Joe has an immunity idol, so I guarantee you. He tells somebody, just not going to be able to keep it to himself.
So I think he's going to have to tell somebody so that he can somehow utilize it without using it.
Yeah.
If Joe was smart,
that's the twist, to keep it as long as you can.
If Joe was smart, he would hold on to the immunity idol, let certain people know so that they wouldn't waste their vote on him or whatever, so he can not utilize the idol in the first place. That's the really important part of this. Like, if he's got to hold on to that thing as long as possible.
The way it should go down is they'll do the immunity challenge, and if Joe doesn't win immunity via the immunity challenge, then he tells someone he has an immunity necklace. Right. So he doesn't have to use it right away.
Right.
But then the tribe has to, if they really want to get rid of Joe, they got to make him think they're going to vote for somebody else to get him to not use the immunity necklace. So I'm not sure if it's better. I almost feel like you should just keep it silent, keep it private until you feel like you're the one going, and then just use it that night.
Right. I agree with that. And that's the show, everybody. Woo! Thank you so much for watching our wonderful show today. I'm
enjoying Survivor.
Yeah. If you are watching this and you're not watching Survivor for whatever reason, you actually got through a 50-minute podcast, you've never seen this show, you should go give it a go. I'm assuming that you do watch Survivor and you do watch this. And if that's the case, then we're trying something out new here. On my left here, my right, over here is a video playing over the Survivor logo. That is our last Survivor video. Click there to watch last week's video and get caught up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, comment, and share, and give us the whole hat trick. Hit the alert button, the whole 9. There's a lot of things going on this week, so if you're a subscriber of ours, you might not get alerts. So hit that button. And we'll be back tomorrow because we are actually heading out right now to watch Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we're going to be filming that review, which will launch probably on Saturday, I think. And
no, we're going to do the down and dirty no spoiler review and upload it tomorrow, right?
Right.
And then we'll do the spoiler review. It'll upload on Saturday.
And then we're also doing, don't forget, Orville happens tomorrow.
Always Orville.
Always Orville. Orville is awesome. So Orville's tomorrow. Our non-spoiler review of Thor is tomorrow. It's a quick one. And then our spoiler review for Thor will come out on Saturday. So nice long couple days here for you. You're gonna have a lot of videos from us. And please tune in tomorrow. And as always, it's been fun. Shane?
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for commenting, subscribing, and thanks for sticking with us on the show. We'll see you tomorrow.